Victor. I'm here with a new weekly painting, and this time I'm going to talk a little bit about edge highlight. So I was asked in my last weekly painting how I do edge highlight, what are the techniques I use, and here I will explain how I do it. So first of all, the brush I'm using is the Artifair Layer XS. This is quite used, been using this brush for more than 1 year now. It's a little bit damaged, but it's a brush that I really like a lot, these ones from Games Workshop. So I'm really enjoying that, or I'm really happy with how these brushes work. What we are going to do here, we are going to highlight, I'm going to do edge highlighting on this, on the feet, on the foot and on the leg. I will explain you how to do it. I will do as well this side here, so you will see very clearly how I do edge highlight. Just the preparation here is this, the base color we have here, and to save time, is Cybery Green with a wash of Coelia Green shade. Okay, that is here. So this is what we have done. Okay, so we start with Cybery Green and a Coelia Green shade wash. And now I'm going to use again Cybery Green. And the idea is that I'm going to clean up a little bit the wash, and we're going to go especially next to the edge, and we're going to do like a thick line, right? Something like that. Okay, you want to do something a little bit thick. It's going to be visible, but yeah, this is just, so in reality you want almost to cover, I want to cover most of the armor plate. Okay, and I'm doing this, the feet, because I think the foot of this armor is quite nice, and as well this edge here, right? So how I go with the edge, this one, I will go from the side of the edge if possible, and I do something like that. I'm painting with the side of the brush at this moment. Okay, so I'm doing the same here, and then when the edge is like this one here, I'm going to go with the tip and very carefully do this part here. But each time I can, I try to attack from the side, from the edge to the inside. Okay, here, and I'm going to do the same here. Okay, you can see that is. And now, as this is not just for edge highlight, I will apply as well. I will clean up a little bit the wash. You see here that the wash have this dirtying effect. Okay, I'm going to apply the base color and clean up a little bit the wash. So you can see that once dries is not that impactful, this first step. Okay, this is mainly to clean up the wash and to have the shade where we want the shade. Okay, so this first step is not that impactful. I think this is clear. I will do 2 legs, so you can see clearly how I do both parts. Okay, this one here is interesting as well. You see that we have this edge of the armor, so I'm going to follow the edge of the armor. And to do edge highlight, I'm using the color a little bit thin. It's thin directly with water in that case. You can thin with medium, but it's not. Yeah, it's not super thin. So just to show you, I will do here the example on the carton. So you have to achieve a line that can do a line like that. Okay, this is how you want it. Okay, and in paper should keep like that. So you don't want something that is I don't, well, at least in my case, I don't paint with something that is super thin, but you don't want something that is too thick. If the line is breaking, if when you do that, the line breaks, means that it's too thick. Okay, the line have to go in one go without breaking. Okay, so we apply here, you can see, and here again I'm going to go thick. Okay, this is more the cleaning, is a preparation to have a nice edge highlight later. Edge highlight also works very well on armor plates, but when you have something that have a more organic shape, less sharp, like the armor plate is the best to do edge highlight. But when you have something like, for example, here, or you have clothes like this one here, then the edge highlight does not work that well. Then it's better to use other techniques like blending. Okay, so edge highlight, think about that, it's mainly for I will say armor plates and similar things. Okay, also in vehicles and in tanks can give a nice result. Okay, I'm doing again here the edge between the knee protection and the bottom leg protection, and here I will add a little bit of that. Okay, so we have done the first step, and now I'm going to take Gauss Blaster Green. Okay, this is an H paint from Games Workshop. So technically it's a paint designed for edge highlight. I have to tell you, thin it down a little bit, it's too thick normally. Okay, so we take a little bit of water, I mix it to be sure. This is, for example, what you want again is you can test it. You want something like that as well. Okay. So what we are going to do here, I'm going to start again with the feet. Try to have a nice tip and try to go just to the edge. Okay. If it's a little bit too thick, then I take the previous color and I go next to the one that we just applied. So again, here I'm going to go with the Cyber Green, sorry, the Gauss Blaster Green, the lighter one, and you try to do a nice line. Okay, if it's difficult for you to do a thin, very thin line, I will show you another tip. The other tip is you go thick. Okay, like this one. This is too thick, too evident. Okay, what you do then, you can go thick like this one, and then you go with the previous color and you go next to it, leaving the lighter color very thin. Okay, so going too thick is not a problem. Let me show you again the technique. So here, for example, this one is very easy for edge highlight. This edge is quite easy. You take paint with the brush, you remove the excess, always remove a little bit of excess. You go with the brush sideways, and just like that, you have the edge painted. Okay, very easy, very fast. But for example, this one here as well, very easy. Brush sideways, because this knee protection is popping up, and you just do like that. But this one can be more difficult, okay? So let me show you here in this leg. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit more. I think it's quite visible, but let me show you. If you have difficulties to make a thin line, so this is my tip. You go with the brush, and you don't care too much about if it's thin. You just apply, okay? You see, I'm going very, very thick in this case. Very thick. Okay? This is too thick. What we do now, we come from the other side, we take the Cyber Green, and we thin down. You see? Now, this part here that is dark, and we have make this, we have make it too clear. We come now with the Kabalite green, that is a darker color. Okay. And we are going to apply this over, this is too dark, because the wash was too much wash here. We apply it over there. And we have clean up as well the wash. Okay. And here we have as well too much. I know that I wanted to talk more about edge highlighting, but these are some tips that can help you in future. Then you can even mix a little bit if you feel that it's too dark. I mix it here. Okay, and then you just make this part clear. Okay. I broke a little bit here the line. I come again with the Gauss Blaster green. Very careful and touch this line. Okay, again, let's do this foot. So we go just from the outside of the edge, and we do something like that. Okay, you see? This one can be also quite tricky. So we go here, and we carefully we do the edge. Okay, and here we have. I think now it's quite straightforward, right? So always check that the tip is thin, it's pointy. And again, if there is a part that is difficult to have access, try to go thin, and we do like that, see? We go like that, and like that. And then here on the point we can do a little bit like that to show this part. Okay, so, and that's more of the same. So, for example, here, the neck protection. This is quite easy. Sideways the brush, very little pressure. Okay, you go like that. And you have the neck protection painted. The neck protection, sorry. As you can see, it's quite okay. That's all. We do this one here. With this one, you have to be a little bit careful. But even if you mistake, you can always put back a little bit of wash or dark green in this slot. Okay, what you want to do here, something like that. When you have, yeah, let's do, for example, the neck, the back neck. So for example, here the wash was not very uniform, so first I will darken the part that I want darker. Okay, now I come with the ivory green, and I will do this part here. A little bit thick. I will do the same on the top. Okay, and again we come with Gauss Blaster green, always. Okay, it's a little bit thick, so we can correct it later, and we are going to do the same here. Okay, as you can see, I did a mistake there. First I will apply the very dark one, the Cava Light Green, and I clean up. And now we have put a little bit of the, we need to put a little bit of Cyber Green, and we are going to thin the light green a little bit, okay? And then, to finalize, this is not edge highlight, but can be part of it. We can take a little bit of white as more extreme highlight. Sorry, I was. So we take the white as last step. This will give, especially if you want to go white extreme, what you do with the white, you don't do everything, right? Let's go back to the leg. With the white I will do, for example, the corner here at the top. And I will go down very little. Okay, this is just if you want a little bit more extreme highlight, especially if you want to give this sensation of shiny, metallic. Here I will just apply like that, like that, like that, okay? And then there is two small rivets there. I will do them with white as well. We go with very little to see the rivet. This is the difficult part because the white is not helping me. We have one there. If you see that it's clean the wash, clean the brush quite often, because when you have so little paint, it's drying very fast. And here we have the other rivet. Okay, and you see we have the two rivets painted, and now I will clean a little bit as well the knee, because the knee has to be more whiter. Again, I'm doing the edge highlight. Okay, and here we have. And I guess this is explaining you how to do edge highlight. Let's do here in the neck protection. The two rivets we have there. Okay. And now very little. Okay, like that. You don't need more. And yeah, and this is the tutorial about edge highlight. I don't think there is much more to explain about the edge highlight. Just as to finalize, small parts like the fingers. So the fingers, I don't do really edge highlight here on this armor. What I do is I go to the extreme of the finger with Gauss Blaster Green, and I do something like that. Okay, I do the same on the next finger. Okay, and here we have the other one here. Okay, and then on this one I do like that, like that. And if I find that this is popping up too much, the change is too stark, too strong, then I go with the previous, the darker color next to it, and I thin it down. Okay? You can even glaze to dissimulate. So I go here. Okay, you see. Okay, and this is all. I think that's all what I want to explain here. So a video about edge highlight was a requirement from a viewer. I hope the viewer is happy with the video, this small tutorial about edge highlight. Remember, that, and you have to thin down the paint. The paint have to have a texture similar to this thing, okay, to do like that. Okay, it has to be like that. And always attack the miniature or go to the miniature with the brush, trying to go in this direction like that. Okay. If you go too thick, you can make a thick line and then do the correction with the previous color. And then you will have, I will show you when you have a part that is difficult like this one. Okay, you see, you go like that, and then you have to be careful from the other side. It's very important that you always you get used. There is a lot of practice here, but the most important is that you find the position to paint that is the most comfortable and the most reliable for you. Then the rivets is just a dot of white on the tip of the rivet, and this one is a mistake. Okay, I touch next to the rivet, not the rivet. So I will touch the rivet, and now with Cava Light Green we can clean up a little bit. Okay, and we have it. So yeah, that's all. I hope you have liked this tutorial. I hope it was interesting for you. And here we have another weekly painting, and this time, yeah, I wanted to talk about again edge highlight, a technique that is very useful for armor plates. Anything that you have quite a strong or edge finishing. I don't recommend this on clothes or on skin. On clothes, it's better to use or glazes or blendings. Okay, so that's all for now. Let me know if you have liked it. Give a like if you like it. Leave the comments below. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.